Hello and welcome to From Garden to Plate. I am Alice Erickson, the creator of this channel on YouTube. I have 20 years experience growing a garden, going from pots to raised beds. So therefore, I have literally done every trick and tip out there. So what I teach you is proven to give an amazing yield to the garden. I also like to utilize preserved items from the bounty of the harvest and put it into everyday delicious meals. If you pay attention to what I teach you about the simple steps in between the process of cooking, you could become a cook to a house chef. So I want you to become an amazing organic gardener and a house chef. If that interests you, please like and subscribe. In today's episode, I will be utilizing my Bulgogi sauce in making kabobs. And I will be talking about tomatoes. It is one of the biggest challenges gardeners have, but it's also the way to show their skills. So what I teach you in this video will give you some awesome results. Tomatoes are a gardener's delight. It shows our knowledge and the creation of it. It is very satisfying to grow a great tomato. But how do you accomplish that? I will tell you. What you do is, at the very beginning, you gotta have really good soil. So I take compost, I take a little bit of perlite, so I got drainage, and I take an all-purpose fertilizer. Mix it in, let that sit for a good week before I plant my tomato plant. I also, day of planting, will go and do a calcium treatment. And I do that from crushed eggshells that have been dried into a powder form. I will put that in the hole. So you go a little bit deeper, the more roots you have, the stronger the plant can handle with the wind. Because here in Newport, it sure gets windy from Lake Erie and the open fields from the farms. After that, I let them go for a little while. I do a nitrogen treatment to help the leaf growth. And I do that with blood meal. I will go and prune by taking out these little suckers that are in between. The reason that I do that is because I don't want to channel the energy necessarily to the leaves. I want my buds to go at the top and throughout. So it channels it properly for me because of all that energy, because I keep taking away what it wants to, the nitrogen helps. The other thing is, once I start getting buds and I'm starting to notice a little bit of pollination going on, I will do a bone meal treatment which has phosphorus. Phosphorus actually helps the root growth to make it strong. And with strong roots, it's going to make sure that all of that energy, and the most important part, the buds, is taken care of. So therefore, with consistent watering, I have a drip system. In the morning, every day, same amount. I prevent blossom end rot. Making sure that I have calcium, which is from that bone meal, also prevents blossom end rot. Because you don't want to spend all this time and then have a bad product. So therefore, all the energy should be sent here, and that's what you get an amazing tomato. And pro tip, right before you're about to take that tomato off the plant, you're gonna see a big rain, take them off, because all that water will go in your tomato and split it. I did a previous episode on companion plants and why they're important. So this is my parsley, which will attract that hoverfly. That'll take care of those naughty hornworms that like to eat your plants. The basil is a deterrent. And then I have my onion over there, which is chives. All the things work together along with the tomatoes. I will actually get flavor into the tomato from the onion and basil. That's why I wanted to tell you about that. It's all about the flavor. Wanted to show you how to prep a bell pepper very fast. There's a top and a bottom. So you take your knife, hold it properly, cut the top, cut the bottom. Then you go in with your knife and you cut all of the membrane as best as you can. You still need to clean it up later, but this will remove your seeds. Flip it over so I can get it from the other side as well. Yeah, here we go. Boom! Clean without the seeds. So let me put that aside. Now I want to cut this. So you just cut it down the edge here. These are going to be kabobs, so no chef skills needed here. It could be nice and big and chunky pieces. So I want probably about 1 inch. So I go through and I cut. I get that little bit of extra membrane out. Out of the way. Do my inch cut pieces here. More membrane. Cut that out. Out of here. And then I will continue. More membrane. Membrane is not as flavorful as a pepper. That is why you want to remove it. More membrane, so I will cut that out. And now I will cut my chunks in half here, and they'll be of perfect size. These are still good pieces. Why waste them? So, and remember, we're cutting them big. So don't take much time at all. Oh yeah, that'd be a big waste if we didn't use that. I'm using avocado oil because it can handle high heat, doesn't add flavor, and doesn't cause inflammation in your body. So good for you and the grill. I will pour just a little bit into my peppers. I will pour a little bit into my onions and a little bit over my baby bell mushrooms. I need a bigger bowl, so therefore I'm gonna toss it in there so that way I have room, because there's no way this little dude's big enough for me. I am going to be using Bulgogi seasoning to go along with my sauce that the chicken would be marinated in. So I'm now using this. It helps warm up the seasoning and releases the natural flavors from the oils that are within. So if you just straight put the seasoning in, it's not as strong. So therefore, this will amp up your flavors. So it's very important to do this stuff. So I have my bowls here. I got the mushrooms, I got the oil. Just gonna shake that over. Excellent. And because I have nails and I don't want to be pulling all that out later, plus I got to do the chicken, I am going to put some gloves on. Because what's the best tool in the kitchen for a chef? Hands. Mix that right in. Get my seasoning all spread out. You could just put the veggies just in on the kabobs, but which will have natural good flavors, but seasoning them prior makes them more yummy. So therefore, do it. So I'm gonna get this out of my way because I need room for the onions to be able to be in here. Season my onions. Do the same thing, utilizing my hands, the best tool in the kitchen. Got that mixed real nice. Set that aside. I'm gonna do the same for my bell peppers, but I have room in this one, so yay. So all my veggies are nicely prepped. Now I gotta do my raw ingredient, which is the chicken. What I like to use is thighs on the grill. The reason is they have a good amount of moisture inside of them, so they don't dry out as fast. Chicken breast is yummy, but on the grill, when you're trying to cook all of the vegetables, it can end up drying out. So using a thigh will be a lot better. So I'm going to cut this into big chunks and place it into my handy dandy bag right here that is in my picture. It's like a big hands opening the bag for me. Don't need big cutting skills here, making it chunky for a reason. Slippery critters, so make sure you're safe here. They're a little bit more oily because of the fat content in thighs is higher. This bird didn't have a lot, so therefore it must have done a lot of squats. Or a lot of running. Here in Newport, we have a lot of farms around us, and I love watching the chickens run with their long legs. It is absolutely adorable. All right, now time to put in the important part, my sauce that I made, which I used the Bulgogi seasoning. I used cayenne peppers from the garden, garlic to really amplify that. So I've already shook this, and now I'm just gonna pour the entire bottle right in. There we go. Yeah. Love these containers, they make it so easy. I'm going to close to be sanitary. I got my wipe here to make sure I don't have any issues. Very important. Sanitation. One, for our health, and two, you don't want any contaminants which will make off flavors. So I will just massage this right in. A few times throughout the day, I will massage the chicken so that way I know that my marinade really penetrates it. Time for the taste test. Oh yeah. Add a little bit of tamari on my ancient rice. Being a mess. Chicken was grilled perfectly. Got a little bit of spiciness to it. Thank you very much for viewing today. Hope to see you soon.